adventure for me is essentially just that journey in itself. It's always full of surprises. It's about the unknown. It's about discovery. It's about finding inspiration along the way. It's always great to see the process, behind things, but essentially, seeing the process behind these vehicles, I'm excited to see how they handle, this adventure that we got coming up. So we are here in San Antonio, Texas. We're about to head over to the Toyota factory and see what we can get into. Jose, what's going on? All right, let's do this. All right, you too.
My name is Jose Morales, and I've been at Toyota for a total of 15 years, and I was born and raised here in San Antonio. So at Toyota, Texas, we're the only facility in the world that actually makes the Tundra vehicle. So anywhere you see a Tundra driving was made right here in San Antonio. Currently at TMMTX, we have over 3,000 employees. The vehicle is made from the ground up. I mean, you start with a blank sheet of metal, and then from there, it's going to be built on and create the shell of what you think of a vehicle looks like. Probably the most amazing thing that I really like to see is once that engine comes in together with the frame. Then you'll see the actual bed and the cab of the truck come together in what we call the perfect Texas marriage. So after that perfect marriage comes together, you'll see it hit what we call the final line. Our team members are looking at every single part put together. After that vehicle is turned on, it can roll off and you can hit any adventure born and raised right here in Texas. So this is Mission San Jose. Okay. We're on the back side. So over here to the right, you have the granary. Okay. And then where the dome is at, that's actually the main church. And all of this back in like 1792 used to be the convent. Wow.
After wrapping up the tour with Jose, the guy's such a solid guy, and I'm just thankful that he was able to take a little bit out of his day to show us, his process and what he takes pride in, and I can really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, I recommend you guys come in here to Balance Rock. You'll be able to see the mountainside on this point, and then the flats on the right, and you hit that Dagger flat auto trail and see what this truck can do out there.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Great to see the process behind these vehicles and everything that goes into it, and I'm excited to hit the road and see how this thing can handle a real adventure. I was raised in a smaller town in Texas, and so national parks weren't really a thing. Based on my photography, you would think that I've always been passionate about the outdoors, but it wasn't until I got older that I found that was something that I really loved and enjoyed. It's become much more of a routine habit to go through these parks and experience them for their full potential and journey throughout the U.S., and I think that that's a special thing. Big Bend National Park is a really raw, vast, inhospitable landscape, and there's something to be said about the beauty in itself. As a creative, I feel like details have always been a really big deal in my work, and something that's really prominent for me, knowing that it's textures, it's the small things. There is something to be said about taking pride in your work. If you're going to do something, be the best at it. And to me, it's owning that space. And I feel like that's what drives me to do what I do. The creative process to me is really the journey. No matter what I'm being creative in, it's exactly that. It's the process. It's what I'm finding in between. It's what I'm learning along the way. Man, I feel like we've seen so much so far, and really it's just the beginning. I'm pumped to get back on the road and explore some more.